Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Farrah Mills. Welcome back to my channel. So today, it's rather a serious topic to talk about today. What we're talking about today is someone called Jessica Yaniv. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of her before. I certainly had not heard of her before. I've stumbled upon a video by another trans vlogger on YouTube called Blair White. And basically, Jessica Yaniv is a Canadian trans person. I say trans because, as I explain more, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, I will put the link below in my description box so that you can go and check out the original video that I saw the details of this on, and you can also see a live chat that Blair White does with Jessica Yaniv, so you can get more of the facts and everything. But I'm just going to kind of cover this again on my channel because I think the more trans people who do vlogs, or the more trans people who have a bit of a following speak about this, then more people will hear about it in different countries, and I think it's an important thing to talk about, especially when you hear what I have to say. So Jessica Yaniv is, it says on her profile that she is a trans activist. Now, her Twitter has about 145,000 followers, but on close inspection, from having this checked, the majority of those people are fake people on there, that she's got fake followers, and it's basically about 38,000 that she actually has of followers, which has probably come from the fact that she's had a lot of television exposure. So what she's been doing is, Jessica Yaniv, as I said, is from Canada, and she has been going to salons across Canada for waxing and things like that. So she's been going to small businesses and asking them to wax her male genitalia, her penis and her testicles. And of course, women have found this very uncomfortable and have refused. So she has gone very public and explained to media that this is against her trans rights, and that she, as a trans woman, should be allowed to have these areas waxed by women, which for one, I find very uncomfortable and disturbing anyway, because as a trans woman myself, that's not an area that I would want to be getting out for people to be touching and stuff, as far as going for beauty treatments and things like that. I think we're all capable of keeping that area clean ourselves. We don't need to expose ourselves, as it were, in that respect. It's very out of context for a trans woman, whether she's gay or straight, to be doing that kind of thing. So for one, that's a weird thing anyway. Secondly, she has been posting a lot of pictures of herself in women's toilets, taking pictures of herself in the bathroom, but mainly focusing on the young girls in the background on the pictures. And the reason we know this is because people have sent in to Blair White some receipts, basically, of chat conversations she's been having with young girls, asking them very weird and inappropriate questions about their genitalia and about things that go on in the toilets and girls' dressing rooms and change rooms, and so on. She also had arranged to create a bikini party event of some kind for young girls only, and she would be the only adult attending, and she was trying to make them all be topless. So no top part of your swimming costume would be allowed to be worn. Now all of these receipts are available to look at, which I said I will put the links below. It sounds very crazy, doesn't it? But it's all turned out to be true. Because I wouldn't do a video if it wasn't all factual information that I was talking about. I don't want to slander somebody, or put someone through something that's not true, and there is all this proof available, which is why I'm doing this video, because the problem is that Jessica Yaniv is claiming to be a trans woman, but she is also a predator of young girls, and now this also falls into this situation of people who are not trans as calling us predators. Trans women are people who are preying on other normal people of the general public in bathrooms and things like that. So this is falling into that stereotype of this fear that people are trying to push onto us. Now, even if you're a trans woman who identifies as trans but you are attracted to women, this is still not something that you would ever do. This is not acceptable. Paedophilia is not acceptable in any situation, in any gender, in any anything like that at all. Paedophilia is not acceptable. Now, apparently, some people had phoned the police after a lot of this stuff had gone online, and she had been arrested and questioned. I believe she's been released now. But This is very worrying because it kind of makes other people think that they are right in their fears of trans people because of the way this person is behaving. Now, I don't believe that this person is trans. I mean, that's not really the issue. If they are trans, they're using that as an excuse to be able to do the things that they are doing as far as being a paedophile is concerned. But I mean, a paedophile could be any kind of person. That's a fact. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think the issue really, as has been stated before, I don't think the issue of whether she is trans or not is the issue. The issue is what she's using it to do, which is illegal, which is to prey on young girls, message them, ask them very inappropriate questions. And this is the problem. It's a very worrying situation, and it's the first one that I've ever heard of its kind, of a trans woman trying to use that position of power, I suppose you could use it as far as it being very popular at the moment, or up for discussion at the moment, and using that to be able to worm her way into young girls' messages, trying to create events where young girls are going to be exposed to danger and to someone who has very bad interests in these young girls. So to go and take a look at the link that I've put below if you haven't checked it out, or just Google her name, Jessica Yaniv, and find out some more details. There are some live footage of her doing interviews online. She's done quite a few public television appearances, and it's very worrying because she is the person who is representing us in Canada at the moment, or whoever else sees this video of someone like her talking about all of us and having her opinion is made to be all of our opinion, which is completely ridiculous. And we need to have this person we need to take away the limelight of this person for having any positivity, because this person is claiming to be a trans activist, and from everything I've seen and read, there is no part of her that is doing any positive stuff for our community. So go and check it out. It's really important. I don't usually do videos like this. I try to keep it, more informational and a bit light-hearted, but this is a really worrying situation that I came across online, and you probably have never heard of her before unless you're on YouTube a lot and follow other trans vloggers, and I had never heard of her before. So I think it's really important that we talk about these things and try and keep these things out in the open, because it's a worrying thing, and it will affect all of us as trans women for how other people see us. So please go and check it out, the link. Have a great weekend, everyone. Lots of love. Speak to you all soon.